Hello guys, welcome to i-tutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with the elements of cultural environment, Unit 3 of MMPC-003. Cultural environment contains a number of important elements. There is knowledge and belief. Knowledge and belief deals with the pre-existing concept and philosophies possessed by an individual about his or her surrounding reality. They consist of myth, philosophical thoughts, abstract concept as well as scientific facts. Next is religion. Religion is an important element of cultural environment. People belonging to different religions have different religious principles, beliefs, thoughts, customs, rituals and traditions. A business organization should take into consideration every aspect of religious sentiments while marketing their products. Language. India has vast number of languages and dialects, out of which 22 are officially recognized languages as per the government of India. Apart from these officially recognized languages, there are regional languages which are spoken within communities only. Variance in the language can be major concern for business organization. Different words have different meanings in different languages. This can be extremely crucial before deciding upon a brand name in foreign country. Beyond words, non-verbal communications can also create issue for organization. Body language such as gestures and postures has different meaning across different cultures. A same symbol may have different interpretation in different nations or different regions of a country. Next is ethnicity. Ethnicity refers to the fact of belonging to a particular cultural tradition. And ethnic groups domination in an area can influence the decision and strategies of the local business operating in that area. Such a domination can also influence the choice of trade opportunities. In case of international market, ethnicity plays a bigger role. For example, Indian citizens belonging to different cultures within the country belong to a single national ethnicity are referred to as Indians. Evaluation of socio-cultural environment. Socio-cultural elements are one of the most important factors of the business environment which can influence the managerial decision making process and strategic goals of a business organization. Business organizations do not exist in a vacuum. Each and every firm in the industry is surrounded by an environment. Changes in the factors of social and cultural environment can have an effect on commercial activities across the nations. In other words, shifts in the social and cultural element of the environment can lead to fluctuation in the demand and supply of an economy. The earlier concept of business was limited to profit making. However, in recent time, business is seen as a societal institution working for the betterment of society. Likewise, preferences and attitudes of the people can also influence the business strategies. For example, rising health concern amongst individuals has resulted in option for a healthy diet. Cultural dynamics also affect the functioning of the business organization internally as well as externally. Culture affects many things in an organization such as pace of business, decision making and negotiations, employee management, risk taking capacity and sales and marketing. A prime example of effect of socio-cultural environment on business can be seen in the promotional campaign during festive season. The campaign show families celebrating festival together as a part of their cultural tradition and how the product or service fit into their traditions. Current scenario of socio-cultural environment. Change in fashion trend. Fashion trends change every few years. What might be popular 10 years ago might not be popular today. Social media influence has rapidly increased the pace of changes in trend. Such changes lead to shift in consumer preferences and attitudes. Social issues are there. Socio-cultural element not only impact the business strategies of an organization but also affect the internal policies of the organization. Raising concern around gender issues has forced organizations to incorporate equal policies and practices for male and female employees. Population rise in population in India has resulted in the constant need of urbanization. About the third of population in India lives in urban area. India has seen a constant rise in the number of urban population. Rapid growth in urbanization strengthened the need for urban infrastructure such as transportation, hospitals, schools, sanitization facilities, and power supply. Multidiversity. In present time, a majority of the organization have a mixed cultural workforce, especially in case of organizational multinational organization. India is a multi-diversity nation with a mixed culture race. In order to deal with the people from different cultures, one must be careful about their business practice, communication style, and management style as they might vary among different cultures. Next is political environment. You understand the business, though by its very nature is an economic activities, but the business managers, in order to stay effective, have to consider the non-economic environment of the business too. In this direction, we have understood the socio-cultural environmental component in the previous part of this unit. Here we would understand another important component, the politico-legal environment of business. A political system is assumed to be having the qualitative prerequisite such as being stable, honest, efficient, and dynamic. The political environment comprises of many political factors which affect the business activities at various times and impact like the bureaucracy level, corruption, freedom of media and press, tariffs and related measures of a trade control, employment regulation, environment and pollution control law, health and social safety law, competition regulation and cartelization, tax policy, tax rates and incentives, trade unionism and related laws, consumerism, e commerce and related laws about the quality and quantity of the product, intellectual property law, that is copyright and patent, etc. Political environment of a country comprises of three elements: legislative, executive, and judiciary. Political scenario of a country decide the economic policies and trade regulations. Hence, political environment of a country can be crucial for the business operation. Most of the economic reforms are the reason of some political decision. For instance, prior to 1991 economic reform, India followed a socialist economic policy approach which was driven by public sector dominated development strategies. However, 1991 economic reforms introduced the concept of private players in the market. In the recent time, the government has allowed 100% FDIs in most of the sectors, which has resulted in foreign companies investing more in India market. And next is element of political environment. Let us identify the crucial element of political environment. Political ideologies. Political ideologies are the mix of multifaceted ideas, philosophies, and objectives, which is the foundation of the political parties. Most of the political organization are politically diverse due to the members of organization having diverse background. Political ideologies can differ due to multicultural environment in the country. People belonging to different social groups, ethnicities, communities, economic class, or religion can have different ideologies. Democracy. Democracy has been a fundamental part of India's progress and growth story and has helped in binding people from different cultural background and regions. A democratic environment ensures equal political and legal rights to each and every citizen of a nation. It ensures freedom of speech, expression, and opinion. Civil liberties. Civil liberties ensure the provision of freedom and fundamental rights to every citizen. These include freedom to press, equality before law, personal and social freedom, and freedom from based government policies. Countries with high civil liberties are considered to be free and are more preferred by companies for investment. International political relations and diplomacy with the foreign nations result in more avenues for trade and business, which is which in turn creates multilateral or bilateral trade opportunities. For example, trade pacts between USA and India have resulted in several development opportunities for both the nation. Political friendship among different nations creates a favorable environment for international trade and commerce. Political stability is crucial for growth and development of any economy. Political instability can hinder the flow of foreign capital and adversely affects foreign investment in the country. For instance, clashes between two groups in region can cause adverse effect on the economic activities in that area. Government policies Stable policies are better for planning, corporate strategies, and building up confidence in the industry. Policies formulate with a clear direction can support better economic development. Next is legal environment. Legal environment of any country deals with the rules, regulations, policies, and the law of the land as whole. These laws are made for the protection of consumers, investors, environment, and national interest. To the change in the government policies such as trade policies, industrial policies, fiscal and monetary policies can have a great effect on the business. For example, by increasing the limit of permissible FDIs in the retail sector has led to the emergence of global e-commerce companies. While at the same time, it has been seen as the threat to local vendors with the increasing market for e-commerce. Element of legal system include the law, rules and regulations applicable in the country. As per Rao, it include the following: common law. Law is implemented according to the situation and the prevailing customs, traditions, culture, etc. Civil law. They are the detailed set of law formulated, discussed and passed by the parliament. Example: Contract Act, Company Law and Civil Codes. Theoretical law. These are the laws derived out of the religious laws in the country. Property rights, intellectual property rights, labor law, and courts. Fiscal and monetary policy, competition law, foreign exchange law, that is FEMA and FERA Act. So, we will discuss the above legal framework in the following section in detail. Evaluation of political-legal environment. Political and legal environment plays an integral role in the economy. A favorable political-legal environment is crucial for growth and survival of business. These factors govern the entry of foreign fame in the domestic market of the country. Government and allied agencies act as a regulator of foreign companies where government policies are considered to be gatekeepers. Business organizations are required to operate within the legal framework. Due to rapid increase in globalization and flexible FDI policies, several laws are created to protect the interest of domestic traders in India. Business organizations are required to have full knowledge about the trade law, rules, and related policies. Moreover, the increasing complexity of legal environment can cause difficulties in the business operation. Increased concern about the environmental protection and sustainability has led to creation of environmental protection law. Current scenario of political legal environment. Boost to manufacturing. Government has given a boost to manufacturing activities in the country through Make in India campaign. Under this campaign, government created conducive environment for doing business. In order to boost manufacturing in India, government has set up panels to fast track investment proposals, addressing problems in investment process and creating an investor friendly environment in the country. Changes in industrial policies. Several policy changes have been made in the recent past to ease the entry of foreign investment in the country. Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion DIPP has made effort to make policies more flexible and simplified, including infusing technology into various processes for effective and efficient governance. Business reforms. Several reforms are being undertaken at state as well as center level to make significant improvements in way business operates in India. The government has introduced various initiatives to ease doing business in India. India has been placed at 63rd position on World Bank's doing ease of doing business 2020. For instance, the government of India has increased the limit of FDIs in insurance and defense sectors and thereby attracting more foreign capital in the country. Bank mergers. In the past few years, government has decided to merge certain public sector banks to reduce the number of nationalized banks and improve the quality of government governance. Infrastructure development. The current government has taken several steps for modernization and development of infrastructure in the country. The focus is not only on the urban sites, but several tier 1 and tier 2 sites have also been developed as a part of the scheme named as smart cities. The government has announced to develop 100 cities as a smart cities, under which many industrial corridors are to build. Skill development program. India government launched a Skill India movement in 2015 with an aim to provide a skill-based education to the youth of the country. The program focused at imparting vocational training with a vision to empower workforce suitable for skill-based jobs. For example, Sikau Kamau, and which was it's a scheme launched for the youth of Union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, under which they were trained according to their qualification and given employment opportunities in the state. Such an initiative were planned to reduce the dependency by scholar jobs and encourage skill based employment. So, this is about today's session. Next subsection of unit 3 we will discuss on next video onwards. If you have any doubts, you can contact our contact number also. You can comment it on our comment box also. Thank you so much.
iTutor ES presents IGNOU MBA, complete syllabus coverage classes and individual semester base, subject coverage program for MBA students online and flexible sessions. For more details, contact 62382 17885.